Hello there, AI friends. I'm here because I wanted to just demonstrate a quick little thing I found out. There's a new workflow service from Google. And it's called Opal. Very experimental, very rough. My understanding is it's supposed to be something like competing with Make.com or with N8N. It's very far from that. But I did try it out and want to just demonstrate what it can do so far. And how I tried it out is I just published a YouTube video and I wanted to create 3 thumbnails for it and do a A/B test on those thumbnails. I did this already with Manus once and it worked pretty decently. I was able to have it analyze in batch a whole bunch of thumbnails of the videos I'd already published and then create thumbnails that would perform well. And it actually was able to use my photo that I provided to create these thumbnails and then, generate images of me with AI. And so I want to say, okay, can I do that with Google? Because I'm already paying for it and it might be free. And they're supposed to be able to do this really well, right? Because they know YouTube. So let's create a new workflow here. And this thing is pretty dog slow. As I said, it's buggy. So you'll see here, it's like, okay, get started, right? Oh, how do I get started? Oh, you guys didn't test it in Safari, did you? So what I found out is if I switch over from app to editor, here's my controls, right? Okay, and you have this toolbar here for controls, and then you can describe what to build. My first time doing this, I tried to just do it manually because I thought it was going to be simple, and it didn't work. Not very well at all. So I had to describe what to build. So now I'm going to tell it what to do. Let's just talk to it and see if this works. I want to create a workflow that takes in a YouTube video and an image of the narrator, and based off of that, analyzes the YouTube video for the important scenes in the video and concepts, and then creates 3 thumbnails that I can use to A/B test on YouTube for that video. It should be something that is going to draw the reader in and click. Okay, so we've got it. It doesn't even look like I can click this, but you can. So let's click it and see what it does. And like I said, it's very slow. They must be logging everything. We'll just wait for it to do it, and it did it. All right, boom. It calls it Thumbnail Pro. So it has a description. And you see here, you got some inputs, some steps, and then an output. All right. Now, when I manually did this, I realized that there is an asset for a YouTube video. And so the prompt doesn't even use this asset feature here. And if you go and grab your YouTube video link, which I'll do here. This is the one I want to make the prompt for. I'm going to click share. I'm going to copy, go back the tab. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to try and look, I can select this dummy text. Okay, I'm going to clear it. I'm going to hit paste and it appears up here. So it's a mess. So even though it's created it, we still have to right click and we need to delete this selection. And we also need to, so then we need to go here and we need to re-add the video link there. So can just connect things pretty easily. And then we have a narrator image here as well. Okay, so this one is the same situation. We need to upload it, okay? Oh, but which boxes did that connect to? Well, I can do an undo and it has a function to restore the version here, but actually I see, okay, it goes to both boxes. This one and that one. So I'm just going to go back here and not undo it. And then I'm going to add an asset. All right. Then let's do this to upload a file. I need to do a search for my image that I want on my whole Mac. So there, that should be the filter. Okay. We got an image of me that we can upload. And so it's processing the image and it puts a paint asset here. And then we need to connect it again, just like it was before. All right, so we have the inputs correct. I do want to add that YouTube URL, so I think I can paste that URL. It's still on my clipboard. And I click apply. And yeah, you can see the YouTube URL here. I didn't find a way to loop through a bunch of YouTube videos. I don't see much logic here. Maybe there's a way to provide it my YouTube page and have it go through that. But anyway, this is the first test. What you see here is when I click on the first step here, it is using Gemini Flash. So you can choose the model here. And here is the prompt that it generated, which is pretty long, right? Generate exactly 3 images, giving the inputs. And you can see, so I have these inputs. These are the ones I deleted. And like, I can't select it. They make it very hard to edit this. And I tried to delete it. And then there was a prompt at some point that said you can use the @ command, right? So you use the @ command to reference things. Well, it doesn't work. But okay, I'm gonna just try and delete these things that look like an error. I don't know if it'll work or not. And I'm gonna just do this. Okay, so I wanted to say narrator image. So you can take these inputs, you can rename them. So we do that, but we end up with duplicates. But I guess it doesn't matter. We'll go on to the next step. And we got to kind of do the same thing here. You know, I don't know if I should put this narrator image on top. Also, when you get to this step that you can't do unlimited images yet. Anyway, I'm going to delete the error one. And then the last step is telling it to create a web page and display the images in a way that I can browse them. If you go here, this is like a preview of the app. And this is where you can start it. So we'll start it here on the side. And like I said, it's pretty slow. It's going to go through and go through these steps with the inputs. You can go to the console and you can then just monitor what's going on. You see it's calling Gemini Flash. You can get like a JSON object of what it's doing. I guess you can even copy it for debugging purposes. Yeah, you can see it's already 30 seconds there. So yeah, step is the current step that's selected. Console is what it's working on. Theme, I didn't really figure out yet. And sometimes when I click on theme, it doesn't seem to work. It goes to preview. So don't know what's going on there. You got this progress bar. This looks like a menu. Oh, I guess it is a menu. Sometimes it doesn't work though. So it looks like, yeah, you can view other apps. Where are we now? Okay, now we're displaying the thumbnails page. So it's generating the thumbnails page. But let's go full screen. And here we got 3 thumbnails. This one is surprisingly better than the last one that I did. It shows some readable text and it has my photo. 3 different ones you can test. So like, you know, some of it not readable, some of it, you know, I would say this is not to the quality of the images I was creating here, where I think it was able to get the text much better. You know, so it's like a notch down. It's almost there. You know, then you can go to each of these, like you can, you know, right click, save each of these files to the downloads folder. Then you can also download the full HTML file and you can share the output. And it looks like there's ways to share the app as well. So probably I'll try and put this app in the YouTube comments. That's basically it. It's, you know, an interesting experiment. Probably not something I'm going to use daily, but maybe something I'll check in when I hear there's a big update. If you figure out some other cool things to do with this tool, please leave a comment on this video and like and subscribe. All right. Talk to you next time.